My dear sister, my dear brother, pause for a moment. Let everything around you become silent for just a few seconds. Let your heart breathe. Let your soul listen. Because the fact that you are hearing these words right now is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not accidental. Allah guided you here at the exact moment He chose for your heart to receive something you've been needing. Maybe something you didn't even know you needed. There are moments in life when the heart becomes tired, when the soul feels heavy, when the mind becomes filled with questions you cannot answer, when you look at your life and wonder why things happened the way they did, why certain people left, why certain doors closed, why certain prayers felt unanswered, why certain difficulties lasted longer than you imagined you could endure. And then suddenly, something shows up. A reminder, a sign, a message, something that touches the heart in a way nothing else did. And that moment is not randomness. It is mercy. It is divine timing. It is Allah, gently turning your heart back toward Him. You are listening to this right now because Allah wanted you to. He wanted your heart to feel hope again. He wanted your soul to remember Him again. He wanted to remind you that He never left you, not even for a heartbeat, not even for a breath. Sometimes life pulls you in so many directions that you don't realize how far you have drifted from your own spiritual peace. You don't realize how thirsty your soul has become. You don't realize how much your heart is craving a moment with its Creator. But Allah knows. Allah always knows. And when He knows you are ready, even if you don't know it, He sends you something that opens your heart again. He guides you back gently, lovingly, beautifully. Allah has always been guiding you, even in the moments when you felt lost, even in the moments when you cried alone, even in the moments when you wondered, why me? Even when you felt broken, even when you didn't pray, even when you didn't know how to return, even when you were drowning in your own confusion, Allah never distanced Himself from you. You distanced yourself from Him, but He never distanced Himself from you. His door was always open. His mercy was always waiting. His love was always surrounding you. Think about this. You have survived every hardship that once convinced you that you wouldn't make it. You walked through storms that felt endless. You stood back up after falling in ways that shattered you. And every time you felt like giving up, something kept you going. Something whispered hope into a heart that felt defeated. Something pushed you toward healing when you believed pain was your destiny. That something was not your strength. It was not luck. It was not coincidence. It was Allah holding you, sustaining you, carrying you when you didn't have the strength to walk on your own. There were times when you thought rejection was punishment. But today, perhaps you can look back and see that it was protection. There were times when you thought delays meant you were forgotten. But today, maybe you can see that Allah was preparing something far better than what you were begging for. There were moments when you wondered why your prayers seemed unanswered. But now you may realize that Allah was writing a story for you that required patience, growth, and transformation. He never denies a sincere heart. He never ignores a sincere dua. Sometimes He breaks your heart only to rebuild it in ways you never imagined. Sometimes He closes doors so you don't walk into harm. Sometimes He takes things away so He can give you something better. Sometimes He lets you feel sadness so you turn to Him with a deeper sincerity. Sometimes He delays your prayer so the gift arrives at the perfect moment, when it will benefit your soul the most. Look at the story of the Prophet Muhammad. His entire life was a lesson in surrender, patience, hope, and absolute trust in the plan of Allah. He lost both parents at a young age, yet he grew into the most compassionate man who ever walked the earth. He was hurt by his people, mocked, boycotted, attacked, rejected, and forced out of the place he loved the most. Yet his heart remained gentle. His character remained noble. His trust in Allah remained unshakable. Every pain he experienced became a doorway to something greater. Every difficulty became a step toward his mission. Allah never abandoned him, not for a second. And Allah will never abandon you. You worship the same Lord he worshipped. You rely on the same protector he relied on. You turn to the same mercy he turned to. The Prophet taught us through his life that hardship is not a sign of Allah's anger. It is a sign of Allah's love. Trials purify you. They strengthen you. They bring you closer to Allah. They remind you that this world is not your home. They push you toward dua, toward sincerity, toward humility. And every time you raise your hands and whisper, Ya Allah, help me, the heavens respond. If you knew how deeply Allah loves you, you would never be afraid again. You would never worry again. You would never doubt again. Allah loves you more than your own mother loves you. He forgives you more quickly than anyone else. He listens to you even when no one else understands what you're trying to say. He knows every tear you shed, every silent pain you carry, every fear you hide behind your smile. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not unseen. Your pain is known. Your struggles are recorded. Your patience is rewarded. Your efforts are appreciated. Even if the whole world overlooks you, Allah never will. Think of the moments when your heart softened suddenly. The moments when you felt a strange urge to turn back to Allah. The moments when you felt inspired to pray after a long time. The moments when a reminder touched you so deeply that you felt like it was written just for you. That is Allah calling you. That is Allah choosing you. That is Allah opening a door for you, even when you felt unworthy. Your return to Him is not a coincidence. It is a calling, a divine invitation, a personal moment between you and the one who created your soul. Allah guided you to this message because He wants to heal something inside you. He wants to comfort your heart. He wants to remind you that you have purpose. You have value. You have meaning. You were created intentionally. And everything you have gone through, every heartbreak, every delay, every difficulty, every disappointment, was part of your journey toward Him. There is beauty in the plan, even when you cannot see it. There is mercy in the delay, even when it feels painful. There is goodness in the unanswered prayer, even when your heart aches. Allah's timing is always perfect. And perhaps this moment, this exact moment, is the moment your life begins to shift. The moment your heart finds clarity. The moment your soul wakes up again. The moment you decide to strengthen your connection with the one who has always been there for you. Maybe you've been struggling in silence. You smile during the day, but cry at night. You laugh with people, but feel empty inside. You try to be strong, but your heart feels weak. You hide your pain because you don't want to burden anyone. You feel alone in your thoughts. You feel overwhelmed by life. You feel lost, unsure of your next step. Allah sees it all. He knows the heaviness you carry. He knows the thoughts that keep you awake. He knows the wounds that no one else knows about. And He knows the sincerity buried inside your heart, even if you don't express it with words. He has not forgotten you. He has been waiting for you. He has been guiding you slowly, gently, lovingly, until this moment. And now, you're here, listening, reflecting, feeling, opening your heart again. This is not weakness. This is not coincidence. This is guidance. This is mercy. This is Allah's love reaching you. If you want your life to change, begin with your heart. Begin with your salah. Begin with your dua. Begin with small steps, even tiny ones. Allah doesn't expect perfection from you. He expects effort. He expects sincerity. He expects you to try, even if the steps are shaky, even if the progress is slow, even if you fall often. He loves the servant who returns again and again and again. Do you know how generous Allah is? A single tear from fear of Him erases sins. A single sincere astaghfirullah opens the doors of blessings you didn't expect. A single moment of gratitude brings more into your life. A single sadaqah multiplies into mountains of reward. A single dua can change your destiny. And a single step toward Allah brings you miles closer to Him, because He promised that when you walk toward Him, He runs toward you. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not disqualify you. Your sins do not make you unworthy. Allah forgave people who committed far worse. Allah transformed people who lived in darkness. Allah elevated hearts that once felt empty. Never think that your sins are too many. Allah's mercy is far greater. Never think that your heart is too stained. Allah's forgiveness is far purer. Never believe that you are too far gone. Allah brought you here, didn't He? If He wanted to punish you, He would have closed the doors of guidance. Instead, He opened them. Instead, He softened your heart. He drew you toward Him. That is love. That is mercy. That is a sign you've been looking for. You are being pulled back to Allah for a reason. He wants to elevate you. He wants to purify you. He wants to place peace in your heart. He wants to give you something better than what you lost. He wants to protect you from something you cannot see. He wants to fill the emptiness inside you with faith, with tranquility, with purpose. The Prophet too said that Allah is with the brokenhearted. And you, perhaps, have a heart that has been shattered many times. But understand this. The most beautiful light often shines through the cracks. The most beautiful souls are those who went through darkness and still chose kindness. The strongest believers are those who fell repeatedly but kept returning to Allah. Your journey is not over. Your story is still unfolding, and Allah is writing it with wisdom far beyond your imagination. Every test you faced has shaped you. Every loss has taught you. Every delay has prepared you. Every heartbreak has purified you. And every moment of patience has elevated you. You may think nothing is changing, but your soul is growing. You are becoming someone stronger, wiser, more compassionate, more humble, more connected to Allah. Your heart is being prepared for what you asked for. Your path is being aligned with something better. And perhaps the miracle you're waiting for is closer than you think. There will come a day when everything suddenly makes sense. When the puzzle pieces of your life finally fit together. When you understand why things happened the way they did. When you realize that Allah never denied you. He only redirected you. He protected you. He prepared you. He perfected your story. Until that day comes, trust Him. Rely on Him. Surrender to Him. Talk to Him. Cry to Him. Thank Him. Seek Him. And know with complete certainty that Allah guided you to this reminder today because He loves you, because He wants goodness for you, because He wants you to rise spiritually, because He wants your heart to feel peace again. So breathe. Let go of your worries for a moment. Let your soul rest. Allah is with you. Allah is guiding you. Allah is guiding you. Yearning for you in ways you cannot imagine. And Allah will never leave you. Ever. You are exactly where you need to be. This moment, this reminder, this feeling in your heart, it is all part of His plan. And His plan is always perfect. May Allah heal your heart, forgive your sins, strengthen your faith, guide your steps, protect you from harm, and fill your life with light, peace, and endless mercy. Ameen.